Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Yeah, thank God it's a fresh week, a new week. Yeah, thank God, thank God, thank God. And thank God we are alive today. Today is the 13th day in the month of January 2025. And of course, you are on to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And of course, this is Front Page Review. My name is Jude Ikami Jude. That's my name. With me here is a Punch newspaper, The Sun newspaper, This Day newspaper, The Nation, Vanguard, Nigerian Tribune, and of course Daily Post and yes, Daily Thrust newspaper. All right, I'm gonna be giving you all of the information that you need. I'll flip through all of the pages and give you, yes, on the ground, quick information that has to do with, okay, let me leave that aside and get straight into it, okay? Yeah, there are some stories that were monitored by myself, all right? That's why I want to tell you it's a story that has to do with on the ground assessment. On the ground assessment of some of these stories. Now, friends, let's hit these papers quickly. Let's roll. Okay, here, the big one, Syria outages. Dangote, NNPCL, total 247 firms dump discos, generate 6,500 megawatts. Dangote, NNPCL, total 247 firms dump discos, generate 6,500 megawatts. Dump discos. Again, 16 civilians killed as NAF bombs Zamfara bandits. And then fears rise over Imo community's midnight bomb explosion. It's another one there. And of course, Aruna's kids shine in Portuguese table tennis tourney. Fuel prices may rise as crude nears $80 per barrel. Opposition blames federal government as 573,000 apply for custom jobs. And then PDP factional secretaries set for showdown vow to resume today. PDP factional secretaries set for showdown vow to resume today. On Stampede now, Oyo files murder charges against Ooni's ex-wife. And of course, others. How Qatar intervened to save me from Abacha's gulag, says Obasanjo. California fire. Trump blames leaders for poor response as 16 are killed. Ogun housewife stabs husband to death for alleged infidelity. Okay, let's move straight to some other stories. I can see some big stories here. The Metro Corner has it here. Let's see if we can quickly touch on it. Fears rise over Imo community's midnight bomb explosion. And then, as regards NSAS, police recover rifles stolen from armory during protests. Teenager arrested for defiling neighbor's 8-year-old daughter. Body of Ogun laborer stuck inside well recovered. And of course, livestock traders recount losses in Kwara market fire. Benue farmer killed after 5.5 million naira ransom. Oshun truck driver arrested for killing boy. Men assault lady for alleged theft in Lagos boutique. And then we have the last one here. Father arrested for killing 14-year-old son in Ondo. And then let's move quickly to the political side of this newspaper, the Punch newspaper still. Federal government should consult widely on tax reform bills. Speaker or your State House of Assembly is the one saying that. Yeah. And then prioritize construction criticism, avoid incitement. APC chieftain urges opposition. NIA, DSS should be disbanded for inability to track terrorism sponsors. That is retired General Williams is the one saying that. Then to Delta State now. Delta PDP knocks APC over Oboriwori's defection rumor. There's a pictorial there. Commissioner sacked by Kano governor dumps NNPP for APC. And then Fayoshe's brothers joins Ekiti governorship race. Fayoshe's brother joins Ekiti governorship race. Edo PDP kicks as councillors impeach Ore Edo local government chairman. And then I remain authentic PDP national secretary. Anyanwu is the one saying that. Then let's leave quickly. Let's get to the Punch newspaper. I told you that I would serve you the information that you need. I'll flip these pages quickly for you. And then the Sun is next quickly. Debt servicing gulps 8.94 trillion naira in 9 months as deficit widens. Debt servicing gulps 8.94 trillion naira in 9 months as deficit widens. And then Ken Nwankwo, investor with a big heart. There's a piece you might want to just grab and read. And then Canada-based Osage writes Okwebolo on how to transform transport sector. Adewale Adeni, professional delivering impactful outcomes. And then let's see some other ones quickly now. Ex-VP Oshibajo, still in APC, hasn't left politics, according to Ex-Aid. Adeleke dismisses defection plot as fake news from pit of hell. 2026, why APC should zone governorship ticket to Osun West, according to a group. Economic team derailing Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, says Okocha-led. Economic team derailing Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. No court order barred me from Mohanez and Digbo election. Okiro is the one saying that. And then Senator Kalu receives over 8,000 defectors to APC in Abia North. Okay. Let's touch on this day newspaper. Everyone check your time. 7:08 is the time. The big story there on Obasanjo, how Abacha rebuffed efforts by Qatar, orders to secure my freedom. Archbishop Keigama, Tinubu needs to match message of hope with actions. And then to some other ones quickly, federal government power ministry sued over 39.1 billion naira metering project. Federal government bans homosexuality, cross-dressing in military in revised terms for forces. Federal government bans homosexuality, cross-dressing in military in revised terms for forces. Okay. I think we should leave that newspaper quickly. Just about a few headlines there. And then we move to the Nation newspaper. APC chiefs lawmaker greets Ayedatiwa at 60. Transforming Abuja parks for family well-being. It's another one here. And then full circle, a mirror on relationship we build. It's a piece there. PDP will reclaim presidency in 2027. And then Sanwo-Olu to last year conduct free poll. Federal government ministerial panel to enforce council autonomy. Let's check on some other ones now. Recapitalization, bank mergers, acquisitions loom. Bank mergers and of course acquisitions loom as regards recapitalization. We don't owe First Bank $225 million, says General Hydrocarbons. We don't owe First Bank $225 million, says General Hydrocarbons. And then can we see now? Okay. To some political stories, APC chieftain felicitates Ayedatiwa at 60. Yeah, my problem with Chris Anyau's book, or Hakim, is the one saying that 5 ways Nigerian SMEs can thrive with technology. On diaspora now, APC appoints new director of mobilization. On Ahmed Aliu's governance style in Sokoto is another one. Tinubu laying a strong foundation for greater tomorrow. Let's see if I can touch on the last one here. Why APC will win Anambra South. And of course, that's the by-election, right? It's okay. Let's move to Vanguard newspaper. 7:11 is the time. Police expose new trend. Constructive kidnapping. Of course, rescue 16 ladies in Lagos. Police expose new trend. Constructive kidnapping. Rescue 16 ladies in Lagos. Okay. I shared similarities with late President Jimmy Carter, according to Obasanjo. Federal government approves 4 airlines for 2025 Hajj operation. Some more big airlines coming now. PDP crisis. Fear grips secretariat staff as activities resume. Federal government approves 4 airlines for 2025 Hajj operation. There's another one coming here again. And of course, as regard airstrike, no evidence civilians were killed, says NAF, as Zamfara mourns. No evidence civilians killed. But this recurring thing, I don't understand. They'll be bombing today. Civilians will be crying, and they're telling you that their family, their loved ones have been killed. At the time, they'll tell you, oh, it's a mistake. And later, military will come out and say, no, they are relatives of terrorists or relatives or family members of Boko Haram. Okay. Federal government loaded for 20% pension increase. Minimum pension implementation. Wherever criminals enter, go after them. CDS charges soldiers. Ebonyi Assembly Deputy Speaker's aide dies in road accident. Oboriwori urges Nigerians to shun divisive tendencies. And let's see now. Federal government approves 4 airlines for 2025 Hajj operations is coming again. And to some political headlines now, PDP crisis. Fear grips secretariat staff as activities resume. PDP vows to upturn Edo governorship election result as tribunal resumes. Peter Obi makes U-turn over his comment on alleged national grid collapse. In 2027, rotational presidency is here to stay. South will complete term. Oshibajo aide is the one saying that there. And then Sheyi Tinubu can become next governor of Lagos State. Youth minister says to Nigerians. Okay, maybe we should just touch on some more. Little from the Guardian newspaper. Mixed reactions trail announcement of Owade as a laughing elect. Concerns linger over emergency response in Lagos. Bayero heads to Supreme Court over emirship tussle. Oyo files fresh count against trio in Stampede case. Huriwa demands probe into organ harvesting scandals. Okay, let's see. Father allegedly kills and buries 14-year-old son over habitual theft. I will kill you myself if you continue stealing. And it has happened. Killed him himself. Father allegedly kills and buried 14-year-old son over habitual theft. 500,000 farmers displaced within 2 years, says Don. And you're expecting food sufficiency in 2025? Okay, think twice. Road to $1 trillion economy. Nigeria toes EU's path. Integrates for $146 billion shadow economy in GDP plan. And let's touch on the final one. Works Ministry budgets 12 billion naira on legal fees. SSA's vehicles. 7:17 a.m. is the time, and then let's cross to Daily Post. It's got several headlines. Really, I must tell you. Amaechi holding night meetings, working with Atiku to unseat Tinubu. Okocha-led APC alleges. That's heavy. Amaechi holding night meetings, working with Atiku to unseat Tinubu. Okocha-led APC alleges. And on minimum wage, short change of teachers hit private schools in Oyo State. And then another one now. Stakeholders rally efforts in Nigeria as human, what's that called now? There's a disease in China now. I don't know. I hope something is done to mitigate against that quickly as possible. Then we have another one here. Tinubu was misled. Import waiver won't crash food prices. Buhari's ex-aide, Dolakbo, says. Petrol price may rise as crude hits $81 per barrel. And to some national stories on tax reform now, FCT, IRS gives MDAs, employers of labor 3 weeks ultimatum. Stakeholders rally efforts in Nigeria as that disease spreads from China. Petrol price may rise as crude hits $81 per barrel. This is Voice of the People. We are 90.3 FM. Feel free to join the conversation via any of our social media platforms. Like if you join me on YouTube, get to the search bar on YouTube. Just type VOP 90.3 FM and you're on quickly. Then just get to the comment section and let's get to your opinion. All right? On some of these headlines. Yeah, just send a message. Also, via WhatsApp to a WhatsApp portal. The number is 081 717 56338. 081 717 56338. Okay? Yeah, that's the number. That's the number to send your messages to. Quickly now, we're going to be joining Rufai Oseni, who's going to be touching on some of these headlines. And then after Rufai Oseni, we get to speak with a former commissioner of police. Okay? And get his analysis on some of these stories. Everyone, let's go there. Let's join Rufai Oseni quickly. Yeah.
All right, a couple of stories making the rounds this morning. The very first story we're dealing with is, what was said recently in honor of Jimmy Carter by Olusegun Obasanjo and the role Jimmy Carter played in getting Obasanjo out of prison. The truth has to be said. Jimmy Carter's role in the world will never be forgotten so easily. And when you look at the many things he did, apart from fighting for the end of Guinea War on the African continent, which many things he did after he left office. Also, the role he played in ensuring, that people that were under Abacha's gulag came out. It was said that on President Carter's visit to Nigeria, he got to Abacha to agree, to take me from detention to my house arrest on the farm. But that did not last long. Many other friends intervened and leaders intervened, but Carter was the only non-African leader, according to my information, that paid Abacha a visit, to solely plead for my release. And the relationship, was very, very close between these two people. And that's what Jimmy Carter represented. Was not just former American president. He extended his helping hands. And I had the privilege to be able to go, to the Carter Center to be able to see him being lined as the line in state happened. And you needed to see a lot of people that were there, just to be able to celebrate this great man. Former governor of Kano State is leading Northern Delhi to woo Southern bigwigs for an alliance ahead of 2027 elections. Some reports are saying, sources say former President Olusegun Obasanjo among the supporters of this group and Yakubu Gowon. And they are saying Shekarawu is a leader of the Northern Democrats and is discussing coalition with political leaders in the Southwest, Southeast, and South-South. In fact, the convener of LND, Dr. Umar Ado, and on January 5 declared the group's readiness to transform into a political party. All of this is in the fight against President Tinubu in 2027, which they have said he has not done well and all of that. So that talk has been on for a while. In fact, Sadiq Lukman had said that there was going to be a coalition, of a lot of parties coming together to be able to prosecute the 2027 general election. But I think the most important question in all of this is, what do Nigerian people think in leading up to this 2027 election? When you look at the state of the economy, it's at an all-time low. Things are very bad. Insecurity has increased. Inflation of about 34%. People are suffering. People are groaning from a lot of pain. You still have cases like 16 residents feared killed in military airstrike. Again, this was something that's just happened again. More than 16 residents were reportedly killed after military airstrike tore through Togankara community. So this is the second time in a row that you've had military airstrike attack civilians. Zagazola Makama, counterinsurgency publication, focused on the Lake Chad region, quoted intelligence sources are saying that victims include members of the Zamfara, protection guard, vigilantes, and residents of the community who were called to respond to the incursion of gunmen. And you are having a lot of these insecurity problems. The military has not responded to this. We'll see their response to it. We're also having stories that Lacroix terrorists killed 3 Airtel employees in KB State. So you're having massive cases of insecurity and all of that. And leading up to the 2027 elections, a lot of people are saying President Tinubu has probably not done well. So these are the reasons why these people are coalescing and coming together. But the question is, will it be successful? The taste of the pudding, they say, is in the eating. Are we going to be able to see a clear path to leadership? Is President Tinubu going to turn things around before the elections? All of this remains in the realm of speculation. And that's why, Dr. Reverend Sound and EMA has been saying that President Tinubu must give the youth a picture of Nigerian future in 30 years. He was saying this on the heels of the interview he did on Channels Television, where they were asking him, okay, if he's to address the youth at the youth conference, what should he tell them? And he said they must give them a picture of what the future should be like. But the question I also like to ask is, what future has President Tinubu given the youth? Is it a future, that is befitting for them, or a picture that shows government wastage and spending? Till today, President Tinubu has not told us how they got the money for the presidential jet. Should we even be buying a presidential jet at 150 billion or millions of dollars, because they've never given us an official amount in the budget? Should we even be buying a presidential jet at a time where people are suffering in this country? Is it the picture of unemployment, nepotism, corruption that we are showing to the young people? Till today, the coastal road too also was not put in the budget. So if we're talking about the youth conference anyway, I have not seen any line item for the youth conference in the budget yet. If we're talking about the youth conference, has President Tinubu shown a good picture of a clear leadership to the people, to the young people as we speak in the country? And people are also raising concerns that hope this youth conference will not be another avenue for vote buying. As it was done leading up to I think it was the last election cycle when they started doing trader money or market money, and some people said it was an avenue for vote buy. So these are the conversations that we are constantly having in the public sphere. And that's just it. We need to be able to show a clear vision of leadership. And the greatest picture President Tinubu can show the young people in this country is in what he does. I think it was Ralph Waldo Emerson that said, what you do speaks so loud, I can't hear what you say. So if as a president in a time of crisis, President Tinubu is going to buy a presidential jet, then what are you telling the people? You are telling the people that you don't care about them. That's just what is happening, pure and simple. So we are looking at all these trends, and we can only hope for the best, but our leaders too, should be able to do what is right. Serap has filed a suit against government of President Tinubu and the 6th state government for repressive use of the Cyber Crimes Act 2024 to criminalize legitimate expression, because we've been seeing this. The ECOWAS court and its judgment dated 25th of March 2022 ordered Nigerian authorities to stop using the 24th section of the Cyber Crime Act of 2015 to prosecute anyone on the grounds of insulting or stalking public officials online. But we have seen this arbitrarily thrown into jail and their gulag that the government always do, citing the Cybercrime Act. And these are part of the things we say in the country. We are seeing very, very high crackdown on anybody that seems to be any level of opposition. And you cannot build a country on fundamentals like that.
Thank you so much, Rufai Oseni. Thank you.
And PDP governorship election petition trial. Edo State governorship election petition trial resumed sitting on Monday. The Edo State chapter of the PDP has vowed to upturn the results of the 21st September 2024 governorship election. They said was won by, but that which was won by APC candidate Monday Okpebolo. The condition was this position was contained in a communique released at the end of a meeting of leadership of the party, including governorship candidate Asu Godalo. It was signed by the Edo State PDP caretaker committee chair, Honorable Henry Tenebe, and it says after all the excessive deliberation on the state affairs of the party and Edo State, following the resolutions that were reached, the party affirms its resolve to reclaim the mandate that they feel was given to them. All of this will be settled in the court. But let's just see how the court fireworks, pan out in the coming days and how, justice is meted out. Will Ashley Godelo be able to get justice? I mean, only time we'll be able to will tell on this. But there's been a lot of crisis, as regards the state of play of the, PDP and APC in Edo State. For instance, the case of the local government, the back and forth, local government chairman and the high-handedness of the governor on this local government chairman. And the Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Oluwande, has amplified the narrative about Seyi Tinubu, saying Seyi Tinubu can become the next governor. He was asked in an interview, and he said, you know what, he can become the next governor. Conversation about Seyi Tinubu becoming governor of Lagos State started last year when socio-political organization Friends of Seyi endorsed him, and speaking in an interview, he said, he's not too young to become governor, adding that she is qualified to become the next governor of Lagos. The question is, all of this will be determined by the people of Lagos. So it's just incumbent on you to be able to ask questions and stand your ground at the election time. If she is going to be elected as governor of Lagos, it's going to be the people of Lagos that will be able to determine that.
Of course.
Yes or no, that's just my talk on that. But it is time for Nigerian electorates to constantly stand firm, for their convictions and for their belief system.
I really do appreciate you, Rufai Oseni, for having that conversation with us. Yeah, quite insightful. Okay, quickly, let's also get to speak with CP Chuks, who is also there. Let's connect with CP Chuks, and I told you he was one time commissioner of police in Oyo State. If you're just joining us, this is Front Page Review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. CP Chuks is just right here. Good morning to you, sire, and welcome.
Good morning to you, Kami Judy, and to the listeners.
Good morning to you this morning. Welcome. All right, quickly, let's set sail. Now, CP, the prices of or the price of refined petroleum products may rise in the coming days following the increase in the cost of Brent, the global benchmark for crude. For crude, fuel price may rise as crude nears $80 per barrel. Nigerians had hoped that it will continue to reduce. Now it's about 900 and something naira, and they are hoping and praying that it will continue to reduce. So at least people are looking at, say, around 500 naira per liter. But with this news that is coming up, don't you think it's going to break the hearts of those that are really leaning on petrol for one thing or the other?
Well, that is the reality of the time. You see, it's high time we always tell ourselves, we have to tell ourselves the truth and continue to tighten our belts. The reason being that, let me just make reference to this single item you have just touched on, which is refined petroleum products. You see, petroleum product or vis-a-vis crude oil is an internationally determined market and vis-a-vis pricing too. Once the thing is denominated in dollars and once the price goes high, it touches all facets of the global economy. That means those who depend heavily on oil and gas, especially oil, will have to adjust their pockets and their system because you now have to pay higher. It's not only Nigeria that is affected, it is affecting all over the world, both the producers and consumers of the product. So, anybody thinking that fuel will come down to 500 naira is only daydreaming because I don't foresee that being possible. The only thing that can make it possible is if one, you do redenomination of your currency, or secondly, you go into massive production and the industry picks up, you start producing and the value of the naira shows up and dollar starts coming down. Maybe you get 500 naira to a dollar or 700 naira to a dollar, what we had before 2023 election and the new regime. If you have dollar at 700, you can get fuel at 500 naira per liter or less. But it is still tied to the value of the dollar because you can't buy crude for $80 Brent crude price, and then you expect them after refining for them to sell it anything less than 1,000 plus when you relate it to naira, because you now have to do the cost benefit analysis and also what is the value of the dollar to naira at this point in time. So if the dollar value to naira goes higher again, the cost of the refined petroleum product will go higher. That's just the economics.
So what you're saying in essence is that Nigerians should start noticing fuel, increase. I mean, across regions, right? That is, we have nothing to say right now. We should just take what we see.
Exactly. That's what I mean by being realistic. We have to tell ourselves the truth. There is no, sentiments about that. And once it goes up, it's affecting virtually everything in the economy. It will affect cost of food. It will affect cost of items, medicals, and so on and so forth. And at the end of the day, too, education will be affected because teachers are paid salaries, whether public or private schools.
Everything is affected. Everything.
Everything. And lo and behold, the income is not matching with those realities because some are still battling for the minimum wage. Some can't even pay. Some few days ago, I saw a huge mammoth crowd in social media that the factory just got sealed up and they told them no work again, that they have closed down the factory. So what is the hope of those mammoth crowd now? Where are they going to look towards for survival? And many of them are family men and women with children, depending on them for food, for school, for shelter, for maintenance, and all that. When I saw it, I almost broke down that day. Like I couldn't eat well. I said, what? Mammoth crowd. I don't want to be specific, but it's somewhere around that Lagos-Ogun axis. Factory just shut down. And you cannot go and query the factory. Why are you shutting down? It is because they cannot continue. They can't cope with the realities on ground. So these are the hard times they face.
CP, let's get into some of those stories. There's a very, very shocking report here. As regards the 16 persons or 16 civilians that were killed by NAF, operation, no fewer than 16 vigilantes were reportedly killed. Vigilantes, in an airstrike in Kakindawa village, Maradun local government area of Zamfara state. Now, the headline says again, 16 civilians killed as NAF bombs Zamfara bandits. Did you hear that? They say bandits. There's been this reoccurrence of military mistakenly, killing, civilians. But then, the Air Force or NAF, or the military will come out and say, no, we didn't, it wasn't a mistake. Those that were killed are family members of the bandits or Boko Haram. CP, you're a former commissioner of police. Is it that we are not getting it right? Where are we not getting it right as regards, the activities of NAF when it comes to bombing? Because it has been reoccurring. I mean, we thought it stopped. Now it's happening again. And only God knows if it will not happen again. And they tell you it's a mistake. Or, no, they are not civilians. They are members of the Boko Haram, What's really going on, CP?
To be very frank with you, we are all Nigerians, and we need to tell ourselves the truth. The NAF that they are blaming, the Air Force, are not madmen. If they are madmen, then we can start from that point. They are working on information. And once you give them the information, they do what we call decisive precision to work on it and degrade the target. So the fault cannot go to NAF or the Air Force. The fault should go to those people who have been giving them information on ground. Whoever passes the information to them are the people to hold responsible and accountable. Therefore, it behoves on us as Nigerians to be very patriotic and be sure that we give credible information to the people in the theater of operations. Because you cannot be blaming them when such things happen. They can't even, for them to even accept it is an error, is uncalled for as far as professionalism is concerned. That's why I say, are they madmen? They are not. They cannot just enter the air and begin to degrade an area. It is based on the information given to them. Therefore, it is expected and incumbent on the populace to know the reality and be honest to themselves. Let them not just be giving false information to the operators.
CP, are you saying you've not heard? Are you saying you've not heard NAF come out to say that the operation was kind of a mistake? Have you not heard them say that?
I have heard them say that, but they were just being nice, if I should use the word.
How do you mean
to
nice?
Come out and admit that? Nice in the sense that they were doing their job. It is the assignment given to them vis-a-vis the information you have given them. So those people should now process the information they give. That's the bottom line.
CP, an indigene of the area whose name is Garba Umar, they said that the incident occurred on Saturday evening when the village's vigilante group was on its way to assist neighbors in Tugakara village, who had been attacked by bandits. The vigilantes were they were progressing to help another community when they were allegedly bombed.
That is exactly what I'm saying. They may have given them information that those are the people moving before they now attacked. That is what I'm trying to say, that the informants, we need to be very, very careful of who passes that information to NAF. They should sit down and be sure that it is government personnel who are trained, who knows how to process information, that should be liaising or communicating with the defense forces and other security agencies, so that you don't go and give false or wrong information. Let me not use the word false. You don't go and give a wrong information to the operators in the theater of war. Because if you give them the wrong information, they will act on it. And that's what has played out. That is exactly why I asked, are we now having madmen as Air Force pilot flyers or fighter pilot operators? The answer is capital no. So it is on the information given to them. So we shouldn't be giving wrong information. The people should be, in fact, it's a collective ability that the government should sit down. It's not anybody that should be authorized to pass information to those appropriate agencies. They should know those who have mastered the ground, know who is giving them information, cross-check this information before you pass it, so that they don't go and hit the wrong targets. That's just the fact of an issue. That's why, in some cases, you don't blame those defense forces or security agencies, because it is on information given to them. So the process of information needs to be revisited, reviewed, and given serious attention, so that it does not end up leading to casualties, especially of such a magnitude. Let us know that we are hitting the right targets.
Related to that story is this Imo State story. I don't know if you heard it. A midnight bomb explosion occurred in Umuneke community, Mberi, in the Mbatoli local government area of Imo State. I hope I got those names correctly, though. It was learnt that the explosion occurred at a newly completed family house on Saturday night. Reduced the house to rubble, though no casualty was recorded. A bomb explosion. CP, what really happened?
Well, I've not gotten the details, but if I am to analyze, you got the names right. Mbieri Sinimbitoli local government of Imo State.
Thank you.
Now, yes, concerning the explosion, you see, there are dangerous stuff or items that people need to be very, very careful in storage. You see, you store certain materials under certain temperature. I'm sure by the time they must have done an inquiry to know what exactly happened in that scene of incident, you will find out that it is either urea, which is a byproduct or component of fertilizer, and it is what they use in manufacturing all these improvised explosive devices. And at the same time, these are stuff that are sold for agriculture that you use in farms.
Okay.
So depending on the condition you have stored it, another thing that could be devastating, or if not properly stored, is gas. These gas cylinders, when you keep them, depending on the expiration date and so on and so forth, it could start having leaks without people knowing. And then this light fire that would have crossed that axis will lead into a catastrophic detonation or explosion. So I suspect either of those two to have happened, rather than people saying that it is bomb that exploded. I don't think it has degenerated to that extent. If it is bomb, people around that area would have been suspecting the movement of bomb being dropped or stored in that place. The villagers would have raised the alarm all this while. But I'm sure by the time they conduct their investigations, you find out that it is either gas, like I said, or this urea or fertilizer components that may have been badly stored.
Okay.
And would have resulted in this devastation.
Thank you so much, CP. Let's get to maybe two political stories, all right, before I let you go this morning. A rotational presidency is here to stay. The South will complete a term, according to ex-Oshibajo A. Let me break it down. Former presidential spokesman, Mr. Laolu Akonde, says rotational presidency has come to stay in Nigeria. Hence, it will be difficult to terminate Southern presidency in 2027. Akande, a former senior special assistant on media and publicity to Vice President Yemi Oshibajo, made the remark in an interview yesterday, describing political merger talks and plots to return power to the North in 2027 as child's play. Akande said that such was not going to work. CP, did you hear that? Such is not going to work.
Yes,
That the South will complete, you know. So, in other words, Tinubu will complete his 2 term. I mean, we should expect this administration to stay up until 2031. CP, what are your thoughts? What do you think?
No, what Laolu Akonde has said is 101% correct. It is a perfect understanding that presidency should rotate 8 years to the north, 8 years to the south. The only disruption we had was the death of Yaradua in 2010, which brought it back earlier than expected to the south. And that was why when Jonathan was trying to go for a second term, most of the Nigerian voters said, no, it's not possible. How can you take 8 years long after you had finished for the man his first tenure, and we allowed you to do the second tenure so that you would have finished the man's regime? After that, he's expected to go to the north. So north had finished their own 15 to 23. South is going to finish their own 23 to 31. That's just the equation. And that's the way it will work. Even the Northerners themselves will not support anything contrary to that. The worst case scenario the North can do is to pursue another agenda of getting another Southern candidate. You know, that's the worst case scenario. No matter how bad they feel, they will go and bring out another Southern candidate and finance that candidate to face the incumbent president, maybe through another political party, but not to bring another candidate. That one will not fly at all.
I'm sure you also know that Sheyi Makinde is warming up. So imagine the North backing Sheyi Makinde.
Well, Sheyi Makinde is just a local champion. You
think so?
Just known. Yes, he's just known within Oyo State. He will not fly. Asiwaju will beat him hands down. I don't see anybody from that southwest going to where he said to say he's going to face Asiwaju. It will not work. It will not work, no matter how. Those are my thoughts anyway. Nigerians are, but from the analysis, I always do. No, Sheyi is just a greenhorn politically. Is it because by accident he was, because he had been trying severally, or you now finally gave it to him because a wrong candidate came from the APC in 2015? The president minister for power now, who was a former deputy governor of CBN. Your people never angled for him. They said, who is this one? Where is he coming from? That was it was like a protest vote. So Sheyi shouldn't take that one out. Anyway, let him come and test the water.
Well, he's a governor anyway. He is a governor anyway.
That's why I say he's a local champion. His governorship and his strength begins and ends in Oyo. If you let him go and test his strength with Asiwaju in Ogun, the neighboring Ogun state, he will fail woefully there. Then talk of the Nigerian constituency. Who knows him?
But then,
Is it in the north? Does anybody know him in the north? They don't know him. He will need to come out and follow the tracks and do the tutelage and begin to market himself. So, you see, to become a president is not one day's project. You need to begin to work hard, warm yourself to the heart of the people. It takes time to do all that. It's not easy. The length and breadth of Nigeria would have known you, and then you come and tell them what you have done for them over the years. You know, it's not easy. Asiwaju built bridges from immediately he left as governor in 2007. He began to walk towards what landed him in that.
But CP, I'm sure you are aware of the political merger talks and plans to return power to the North in 2027.
I am aware. But it will not work now. That's what I'm telling you.
Why
All
do you
those things will collapse.
why do you think it won't work? We've heard the Northerners say they are not in support of his administration. I mean, so
no, the best they can do, I've already told you, they should look for Southern candidates and bring out to face Ashwaju. And if that candidate succeeds, so be it. If he fails, Ashwaju will sail on till 2031. That's just the calculation.
But and again,
but for them to bring out a candidate from the north will not even fly. It will not.
I'm also sure that you are aware that some Nigerians have said the only way Ashiwaju can win this election is, if he uses the snatch it and run away arrangement, bringing in the judiciary, INEC, and, some of these guys to play key roles. That's the only way he can sail to power. If not, that Shiwaju might not win the 2027 election. Allegedly, I'm sure you've also heard that, from Nigerians.
I've heard that severally.
Okay.
I've heard that. And the thing is this, in politics, a lot of things play out. So let us wait till 2027 and see how that one will play out, whether all those things will work or they will not. A lot of things. Like all those political parties that will come together to wrestle power from the APC. As they are getting set, you think APC will be sleeping or that Ashwaju will also be sleeping? The answer is capital no. The truth or the fact remains that Ashwaju is already a seasoned politician who knows what to do at every stage. When the time comes close, I'm not speaking for Ashwaju and I'm not speaking for any of those parties. You find a situation where they will sponsor some people that will infiltrate those parties and go and disorganize them and all their plans. And they will be claiming to be party members of those various parties. At the end of the day, the thing will collapse like a pack of cards. I've stated such things in the past now. Even the time of Awolowo and Zik, when they formed Progressive People's Alliance, MPN was just looking at them. At the end of the day, did they go to election as PPA? They went their various ways. Unity Party of Nigeria went its own. Nigeria People's Party went on its own. GMPP went on its own. NAP of Tunji Braithwaite on its own. PRP of Leta Aminu Kano on its own. So how can they win MPN? That was when MPN came out and said they were no longer MPN power. They were MPN superpower. So, and they even won more states. So while they are preparing, all the camps are also preparing. They have their various strategies.
Okay. CP, before I let you go quickly, the All Progressives Congress APC in Rivers State has been embroiled in crisis, which is traceable to 2018, when the Supreme Court banned it from being part of the 2019 general election in the state. And since then, the party has not fully recovered as it has moved from one problem to another. Now, there was an interview granted by Mr. Chibuike Ikenga, who is the spokesperson of the faction of the party led by Tony Okocha. He opened up on how it all began, especially the role played by former Governor Chibuike Amaechi. Chances of Governor Sim Fubara returning to the Bricks House in 2027, and the melting relationship between FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and, of course, Peter Odili. Now, he said something really vital that I want to mention. He said that Amaechi is holding night meetings, working with Atiku. Amaechi is holding night meetings, working with Atiku to unseat Tinubu. That is what he said. I mean, would you want to break this down? How would you look at this statement for someone to say that Amaechi is working or he's holding night meetings with Atiku to bring down Tinubu?
No, the thing is that, in the last election, Amaechi came second to Tinubu, while Tinubu was the flag, turned out to be the flag bearer. So Amaechi may not be tired if he still has that resources and backers. And Atiku too is coming from the position of the PDP. So Atiku will want anything that will weaken APC for 2027. You see, you can see the dynamics in politics. So they can be having night meetings with a view for him to support him, to be sure he wrestles the ticket from Ashiwaju under the platform of APC for 2027. Okay. So that may not be far from the truth. That may be the platform upon which they are trying to work out something. But those meetings it's question of what it turns out at the end of the day that matters. The meetings does not really make sense or matter to a lot of Nigerians. It is the resultant effect of those meetings that they'll be looking at. And that is when they go for the general elections.
Okay.
Starting from the primaries anyway.
Thank you. CP Chuks in Womo. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ikami Judy, for always tolerating and accommodating me.
You're welcome, CP. Have a great day today.
And you.
This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. It's time to hear your own voice, okay? Yeah, that's how we do here on this super dial. My name is Jude, Ikami Jude. I'll take your calls just right after this.
Happy New Year from Polaris Bank, the digital bank of the year. We thank all our customers for your patronage and support last year. May 2025 mark a year of fulfilled dreams for you and yours. Download Vault from Google Play Store or iOS App Store today to get your year started.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Time to get to talk to you, all right? But please, I want to beg you, if you want to talk, if you want to call, move away from your radio set before you start dialing a number, or just turn down the volume, all right? Yeah, tone down the volume. 60 seconds for everyone. And of course, mind what you say on the national radio. In other words, be very, very civil, all right? You can also send in your WhatsApp messages, okay? Yeah, if you can connect, if you can get through to me, 081-717-56338 is the number. 081-717-56338. That's the number to send your messages. And then to call in quickly, 0700-903-903 903 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. If you want to reach me from outside Nigeria, you can also use that number, the WhatsApp number. All right, thank you very much. Let's get to the phone lines quickly. Beautiful morning to you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is it VOP station?
90.3 FM. What's your name and your location?
My name is Emeka. I'm calling from Germany.
Welcome, Emeka. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I want to just make some contribution this morning. First of all, I'm a first-time caller, and
I see that.
Yeah, thank you. And I've been trying to reach you guys for long. I don't know what's the problem with the network.
Sorry about
My
that.
contribution this morning is we Nigerians. Although I didn't get I just came back from work. I didn't get the whole story, but from what I'm seeing, the way tribalism and everything is going on, I think it's really, really very, very bad. And the election reforms, so many things going on in that country that can never be that nowhere in this whole wide world can be accepted. It's very, very bad. I think this is the time for Nigerians to make up their mind if they want to live as one or they want to go on their separate ways because impunity, oppression, everything is going. I don't know where to start from. Everything is too bad in that country. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. And lastly, the election should be, I think we need an independent INEC, if possible, independent judiciary. This Tinubu grab and snatch and run away. It's a problem. So that's my contribution this morning. Thank you.
Thank you from Germany. Appreciate your call. Thank you so much. Let's come back home, everyone. Hello, good morning.
Jude, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, Peter Monse is my name.
Welcome.
From Shomolu.
Welcome.
Now, Jude, I nearly have running stomach this morning.
Why?
When the city was analyzing. I am telling you, I will tell you the area of this troubling stomach that I'm having this morning.
Okay.
Now, is the city telling me that ordinary people give now, and I mean the Air Force that they work with? What about their own intelligence gathering? Does it mean that if I get up now from Lagos and send information to Air Force and says I have some enemies somewhere, and I tell them that those are the terrorists, they will come and bomb, they will not do their own investigation? And that's number one. And number two, from the CP's analysis, it means Nigerians don't have a future, the country is gone. And somebody is talking about North-South dichotomy. So is it all about power? Is it all about ruling the country? It should be governance now? I think all Nigerians, including the elders, including the CP and myself, my senior brother at home, everywhere, should be talking about rescuing Nigeria. Nigeria is gone. Children cannot go to school. People cannot feed again. People cannot move around. Well, you are talking about going up again. We are talking about more than 5,000 farmers that have been destroyed by terrorists. We are talking about now bombing civilians instead of bombing terrorists. We are talking about the government arresting people who are protesting against bad governance. And somebody is telling me the South was ruled for 8 years. Then the Southern is destroying the country. And you say it must continue. So we will not have Nigeria again. We will just have rulers. That's the area. I am not trying to pick out somebody. But I want to beg Jude. Since the inception of the People's Station, I've been talking. Mary Eunice, and then Cordelia. And at this time, I think I want to break you off something. Rufai was saying is the main analyst, and we also are second analyst, and the CP also. Please, most of the time you give CP 30 minutes, and you give thousands of Nigerians only 22 minutes. I don't know how you can review that. But the long answer of what I'm saying this morning is that please let all hands be on deck to recover Nigeria. Nigeria is gone. I am telling you honestly. Maybe all of us don't go out to the street and see what is going on. People cannot eat it. I went to buy soft drink yesterday. Soft drink that APC made at 150
Thank
naira.
you. Thank you so much.
That a bottle of soft drink, 500 naira. I couldn't buy.
Thank you.
So this
I have to leave you now.
You can't eat rice again. You can't eat beans again. You can't move around again. And then it's about South and North. Tinubu must continue. Tinubu is a master strategist. In what way? Is it because he has the money? And then I don't know how that money is. And then we are talking about how INEC fumbled. We are talking
Your
about
time is up.
Fumbled.
Your time is up.
And install this man. Tinubu had only 8 million votes. And
Top of the morning to you. Good morning to you.
This is Prince Francis.
Welcome.
Thank you. Quick one. I think POP needs to stop showcasing the CP. You're really killing people's believe in VOP. He can't be giving analysis as if he's not a Nigerian. How can you be telling Nigerians that the Air Force, with what they have done, they have come out to apologize, and you're saying they shouldn't have? Who gives them information? How do they gather their intel? Even if an ordinary man gives an intel, do they not have where they assess and analyze their own intel before they proceed? So please, such analysis, you should discourage it. And talking about 2027, yes, I am one of those who believe that Nigeria should begin to think of individuals who can give us results, who can bring this country out of the doldrum. We should forget this whole thing about rotational presidency. It means that if it gets to the north and they decide to bring a dog, the dog will become the president. No, but we should be looking at, having the president, a man with honor and proven integrity, a man with vision. That is what Nigerians should be looking at. And that is what every one of us should be talking about. Not about this whole thing about whether you're from the north, whether you're from the south. We've tested the north, we've seen how they have done. We're testing the south now. So if we have somebody else, even from one of the minorities, that can bring Nigeria out of the present situation, I think it is best that way than to, keep hampering on this, presidency that has to go either to the north or to the south. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prince Chilaka. One more, I wanted to mention that one thing I want everyone to know is that a radio station is an opinion poll. I mean, it's a place where you talk, I talk. All right? I wouldn't want us to make it look like we make it look like we are co-owners. Okay? It's not what it's supposed to be. So many persons will come here to say what you like, and they will say what you don't like. Okay? It's a business center. Everyone comes to just use it and go away with it. And go away. But the station remains. All right? Sometimes when you hear an analyst say what we like, hey, we hail him. And when he says his own opinion, I listen to him when he say, well, that is my own opinion. You might not like it. All right? CP has been with us for a very long time, and he's been a very wonderful person. I wouldn't want it to look like, hey, because he's coming here to say his own mindset, his own opinion. He said, what did he say about the bomb? He said, they did not get the right information. What do you want him to say? I think, for me, I think he said what he wants to say, and like he said, it's his own opinion. NAF did not get the right information, and they went ahead to do that, to cause havoc in that community. That was what the CP said. Or maybe I should play it back again. Please. It's a place where you share your own opinion. And when you share your opinion, we all listen to it. If you have, a different view, you come in and just say it. All right? Thank you so much, everyone, for your understanding. It's our radio, not your radio. Yeah. Let me talk to you. Hello, good morning. Okay. Good morning to you. Welcome.
Jude Kamel.
I bring you good greetings, my brother. Good morning.
Yeah, how you doing?
Fine.
How was your weekend?
Fine.
Okay, Jude. According to what people are saying, the CP, he's trying to discourage so many Nigerians. I know that he said his own opinion, but he's trying to discourage so many Nigerians. How can he be telling us that even if another person come, he cannot defeat this president? Even if Sheyi Makinde come, we need somebody who can rescue Nigeria. Nigerians, they are suffering. They are facing poverty to the last. So doesn't mean that you will be there for 8 years. So many people will perish, will die for hunger and other things. Okay, look at NAF. Go and bomb this. Most every time they go and strike, they will bomb innocent people, civilians, not the people that they ask them to go and bomb. Why always this type of mistake every day, every time? You will see next month now they will still tell you that they go and strike and they kill innocent civilians. What type of a government is this? It can be do that.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Yeah. I love this. Hello, good morning to you. Hello. Can you move away from your radio set? Hey, good morning. Good morning. Name and location.
My name is Vidal. I'm calling from Moshodi.
Okay.
My take this morning is that people say we should not blame enough. No, we have to blame them because they're supposed to have intelligence. Even when you give them information, they have to confirm it. Their intelligence is supposed to confirm it. You cannot be flying and bombing areas without investigating or guarding someone who will shake and confirm the information they give you. That is a default. They have no right to be bombing people without shaking, without confirming the area. Okay, so that can be followed that everybody are staying. Why don't they go there? Nobody is living there. Why don't they go there and do that place? Why don't they come where people are living? And tell me they're not investigate or shake. It's wrong. So the fault is on them. And they want to make a mistake. It's carelessness on their part. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. It's Tony Chukwudi from UK. I'm calling concerning, it seems some people are trying to misunderstand what CP Chuks is trying to say. CP Chuks is a former police, right? So, and there are some certain things they need to understand concerning what he said in terms of the bombing. The person driving, you can go and ask anybody, even the war in Iraq and many places, the person, the pilot or whoever that is piloting the jet or the bomber, sometimes they don't know what is going on the ground. It's the informant that give them information, and the information will go back to the central authority or the controller or whatever they call them. And then they will tell. If some people can remember what happened in Iraq, we are American pilot, because of the wrong information was given, because of that quit the military. It's not the person, the pilot doesn't see it, he can see it in a different format when he's looking from the top there. But the pilot can never bomb unless a command was given from him or her, from their office, from the commanding office where they normally take command from. And the information is always given from the person or the personnel on the ground. So whatever CP Chuks is trying to explain to them has nothing to do with the person that's bombed the place. It has to do with the person giving the information from the ground. Even here in the Western world, if they are chasing after a person and there is a helicopter, they take the information from those that are on the ground where the person is, and they start to rotate that area. They cannot just see anything. They see it differently from the top there. So that's the point that CP Chuks is trying to make. And let nobody start to attack CP Chuks. He's talking from the professional point of it. Is the information, the same thing that happened if somebody, they want to, is the information. Everything Nigerian is trying to say is that let them get the information correct before they do anything. The information matters a lot. Even some people that when you are traveling, if they give you a wrong information, the police can attack sometimes or do something because wrong information was passed. Information matters a lot in everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The information. He said that the information wasn't correct. So he's not trying to exonerate NAF and say they are no. Maybe I should play that again. Maybe I might play it later. Maybe by 10:30, right? Let's go back to it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Can we read you there?
Good morning to you.
Yeah, I'm happy to get you on the phone today. I've been trying but was unable.
Your name, location?
My name is Fabulous. I'm calling from Thailand as usual.
Welcome, Fabulous.
Yes, real quick, I didn't get the full headline, but due to the fact that I has been calling specifically to always review some point our former CP is making in this platform. He can read you there. sorry that I'm trying to digress. I'm one of the first follower of this platform. So most time we point out for certain things. Please always give us some kind of listening ear. CP is doing great. And one of the people that inform us in this platform that this government, they are dangerous. They have many intelligent people. I don't try to elect that CP is one of them that is working under this government, but most of us should try to observe CP more. CP, we cannot be hitting in one place. If many people are hitting in one target, that means there is something in that target. Many of us are saying that CP, his analysis is doing more damage to our mind. Although we cannot oppose this or tell him to stop giving his own opinion, but let us know this. It can be Jude. CP, one thing I observe is that he always condemn majority of the people that are working in this government. But when it comes to Tinubu issue, he will always side Tinubu. Let federal government release Mazenand Kano. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome. Hello. Okay. Oh my God. Several messages here. Can I do justice to these messages quickly? Okay, let me see. Everyone, hold on. Amaechi went to meet Atiku. It's funny. Who are they fooling? He should go and sit down. He destroyed PDP. It will not work for him. Gordon from Dokwemu sent that one. Those Ikore people that said they are not Igbo should start changing their Igbo names to the tribe they are claiming. Eze Barisa Onukwa. Is that the name you mentioned? That claimed to be their leader should stop using his selfish interest to talk for our good Igbo brothers in rivers. Petroleum producers and marketers are major problems in this country. That is from Mazi Ugochukwu. He said, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because I'm involved, the suffering for Nigeria is becoming out of hand. Upon Nigerian roads, accident, deaths, damaging of cars and vehicles in all the Nigerian roads is as a result of bad government. Please, urgent attention should be given to our roads before rainy season. Before it sets in, right? God save Nigerians. CY. See honesty from Isolo. Okay, and what is this person saying? Our president said in Enugu that he knows what it takes to build the nation and his policies will soon yield results. If for almost 2 years nothing has come out from these policies, was it no high time these wicked policies be changed? Okay, let's talk to you. Hello, good morning.
Your Excellency.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, thanks for picking my call. Hope you had a good weekend.
Great.
Fantastic. You see, I wouldn't want to tune to a radio station where everything that will be coming out of there we sound like what I want to hear. Different views is what makes the world goes around. Instead of investing my time on CP, I would rather want to talk about some ridiculous diaspora people saying they are endorsing a particular person for governor in Lagos State. I hope that by now that Nigeria must know that it's a foolish thing to vote for a candidate who do not declare their assets. Anybody that wants to come to the table of leadership, they must come with ends clean. And lastly, you see, mistakes can happen. Military all over the world make mistakes. But if mistakes are happening repeatedly, that becomes problematic. This mistake by the military has been too much. The previous mistakes, how did they probe it? How did they investigate it? How did the result of those investigations inform their subsequent operation? We need to ask questions in those areas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Remy Martins. Appreciate your call. Let's do this one. Good morning. Okay, Chude from Ayetoro, that's your message, okay? Let's leave it there because of our time. And Chima Surulere saying, good morning. I don't agree with CP Chuks on the pricing of fuel for internal consumption. I believe that if the country is intentional about the lives of citizens, petrol price should not go out of the roof. Definitely, cost of living will increase all around. Okay, 8:21 right now. Let's read this message from Franco Nero. It says, Serap has been doing a wonderful job in holding these APC government to account. The federal government, led by the failed APC government, must be forced to stop intimidating Nigerians that speak of their monumental failures. Meanwhile, the Nigerian intelligence and security agencies must work in synergy to avoid unnecessary killings of citizens. All terrorist cell and network must be destroyed by our army. Kudos to our gallant soldiers. PDP must put their house in order to be able to challenge the failed APC-led federal government. Nigerians must start to choose the best of us to rule the rest of us, to get the best from us. May God help and heal our land. Frank O. Nero from the United States of America sent that message. APC chairman in Rivers State, Mr. Okocha, saying Rotimi Amaechi is aligning himself with other politicians to unseat the president in 2027. There is freedom of association now. So if that would work for him, why is Okocha raising alarm? Churchill from Surulere saying that. And then, what's your name? It said, good morning, VOP House. These youths calling for Tinubu's son governorship 2027 is funny. These are the youths Tinubu ruled their fathers, and now they are calling his son to come and rule them. Does these youths know that they too can become governors? So, Lagos governorship is only meant for Tinubu family and his cohorts now, Abi? Wow. Mama Ann is the one sending that message. Thank you so much, Mama Ann. If I know if you read your message this morning, I'll go take them by 10:30. Join me here where we'll have the concluding part of this show. Okay? Thank you so much. Okay, let me read this message by, what's your name now? Oche Vic from Festac Town. Say, for the first time, I disagree with CP Chuks. In a free and fair election, Asiwaju cannot win any election in Nigeria anymore, except the normal grab and run style of APC. Good morning. Good morning to you too. And then, what's your name now? He's saying Happy New Year. I love your work at hand and just came to Lagos yesterday, Imo State. Thank God for the Johnny Mercy. I miss you and all VOP. Thank you. What's your name? Colombo from Ojekunle Ladiko. Thank you. Hope you bring bread. Thank you so much. Okay. Good morning to you, Ikami Judy, Rufai, and CP. On the mistake of NAF bombing, this is mistake too many, and I don't see the end coming soon, since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has refused to probe. On merger of political parties, it will take more than just a merger of political parties to unseat Tinubu APC government, because APC government don't win election, rather they win. Select couple with the merger of APC, security agencies, judiciary, and of course INEC. It will take the absolute resolve of people to unseat Tinubu, and let's not forget that importation of machineries from the Sahel region. What happened to Kano Rec, who refused to endorse fictitious results concocted in favor of APC? Their threat to form a parallel government should they lose the election, and the media propaganda. Now, fuel pump price may go up. The downward fuel pump price is mostly on social media. Yesterday, I got fuel at 1,017 naira per liter at Owando Station by local airport. Oh, really? Francis, Command Road, Ikwaja, Lagos. Thank you so much, everyone. Because of our time, we go finish this thing by 10:30. Catch me here. I'll be here from 10:30 to 12 p.m. All right? My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. Thank you again. But I'll be here later, okay? We still need to talk. We'll talk more. On social media, I am IKAMIJUDEH. Ikami Jude. I love you so much. Do have a wonderful day. Good morning.